I got one question for you guys. Black men, black man or black men, are you tired yet? Are you tired yet? The name Eric Smith, does that ring a bell? Well, Eric Smith was a 57-year-old black man that was unalived via hanging in Albany, New York, 11 days ago. Most of us haven't heard about it because the news didn't pick it up. The police immediately rushed in to say that it was a suicide, and his family counters that this 57-year-old man had just been baptized, had a long bucket list of things that he wanted to do in his life, and now that's not possible, right? So this is the 12th black person rather, that has been unalived via hanging in the last year that I know of. Not by pew pew, not by, this, but unalived via the use of a rope. We all know what that means. We're not naive. But here's the point that I'm trying to hammer home. When you see this happen, when you see the police do the same exact thing, they just rush to call it a suicide because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the investigative work, and they don't want to take probably their homeboys out, right? They don't want to go and get that white supremacist who they're cool with, who they probably have an inkling of who did this. They probably have a good idea of who did this, but they don't want to prosecute the people that they think very much similar to. That's what I think is happening. So as we know, guys, the Klan, when they supposedly disbanded, they didn't go away. They still have those. They still have their robes, but they're in law enforcement. They're in the courts. They're in the judicial system. They're in the penal system. They're police officers. Okay? Are you, black men, are you tired yet? Are you tired of seeing this over and over again? And I'm chilling down here in Playa del Carmen. I'm somewhat removed. I'm geographically removed. The beauty of social media and whatnot connects the world, which is great. But when I see these things happen over and over again, it bothers me. It bothers me to no end. And I want answers. Because here's the thing, guys. If a family member of mine gets done like that, I'm dropping whatever I'm doing and I'm going on a manhunt. And if and when I do find the person that's responsible, you know what I'm going to do. That was one of the main reasons why I had to leave the United States. Because I didn't want to be disrespected again. I didn't want to deal with these microaggressions. I don't want to deal with bounty hunters that are not just taking Latino people off the streets, guys. They're taking black men off the streets as well, black women off the streets. It's not being reported, but it's happening, right? Then you've got Mortimer, a.k.a. the Orange Orangutan, make an announcement on Juneteenth. He couldn't just let it slide. He couldn't just let black people have what I consider crumbs of a holiday. He couldn't let that slide. He had to make a statement that the United States has too many paid holidays. He didn't say anything on St. Patrick's Day. He didn't say anything on Columbus Day. Best believe he ain't gonna say nothing about it on Columbus Day. Trust me on that. So where do we go to get relief, men? Because we don't do a great job of speaking to one another. That's why I started Next Chapter Forward. We need a community to discuss these things, to help each other, to give insight on what's available outside of the United States. Now, I don't have to bash the U.S. I don't have to do that. They do that themselves, right? There's enough evidence in the United States where we're concerned, where black people are concerned, that I don't have to bash. The evidence is there. A lot of us have cognitive dissonance, meaning We have to shut off part of our brain to move forward in life while being subjected to all this BS. So, once again, black men, are you tired yet? Have you had enough? I want you to understand, I'm going to beat this into our heads. There are 195 countries in the world. Do you think that there's possibly a country or two amongst those 194 other countries that your spirit, your energy may connect to a lot easier and more authentically, where you feel better, you feel like you're respected, you feel like you're getting good food and good water and good nourishment for your body, you feel like you're getting enough vitamin D, which 85 to 90% of black Americans don't get enough sun. We don't get enough vitamin D. Do you think there are areas in the world that you can get more quality vitamin D? Do you think there are areas in the world that you don't have to wake up to someone in your group being unalived via hanging, or being unalived by the police, or being unalived by white supremacists, or being unalived by bounty hunters, or being screwed with by ICE, or just the federal government in general? I mean, do you think that there's a place in the world, men, for you? I guarantee there is. There's another place, if. Now, some of you, and this, I want to get this across really, really clearly. I don't want people here that aren't interested in seeing other opportunities. If you're cool at the crib and you're just being curious, I don't want you here. This is not for the curious. This is for the people who are ready to make decisions or who've been thinking about it. If you haven't been thinking about it and you're just curious because I started this group and you followed me in the past, please don't leave the group. And I'm not trying to be funny or harsh, but this is serious. This is not something to put your toe in and kind of look around and see, oh, let me see if this, no, this is not what this is for. This is for people who understand that the situation may be untenable for me, like it was for me when I got pulled off of that airplane by that racist flight attendant. That was it for me. Something changed in my mind and my heart that I knew that once my broadcast responsibilities were over, that I was done with the United States. For now, that may change. But for right now, I choose to live outside of the United States. And this group is for those that are either wanting to leave the United States and find a different place. For those of you that have thought about it in the past but may feel overwhelmed by the process, you're in the right place. For those of you that have had too many microaggressions and you're just kind of existing right now, you're not really living, you're just trying to shut certain parts of you, of your blackness, of your Africanness down to make other people feel comfortable. If you're tired of that, this group is for you. Okay? And guys, look, I'm single, so it's a lot easier for me to make this move. But I'm here in Playa del Carmen. I see families, not just a husband and wife. I see husband and wife and kids down here thriving. So it's doable. And again, I got to work on our mindset, because if your mindset is not right, you can't even consider it. So, black men, if you're tired, if you know that there's another place, if you know there's another way, come in, lock in, add to the conversations, ask a question. The reason I'm doing these member spotlights is so all of you can get to know one another, so that you're like, oh, okay, I know Cameron, I know Jason, I know who Robert is. I rock with Bernard. I kind of dig that brother, what he said. We need this community because as men, we don't communicate with one another to begin with. So we're going to have to break some of these old habits. Okay? But black men, I love you. From the bottom of my heart. I don't have to do this. Financially, I could sit on my black, you know what, and be good. But I have a passion, and this is a calling for me. I want to help liberate us in our mindset, because our ass will follow what our mind is open to, what we're preparing our minds for. I didn't get here overnight, guys. I've been watching YouTube and Facebook videos of people, of black travelers for the last, since, I believe since COVID. Maybe 2019, 2020 is when I really started to delve into the black traveler diaspora. And so it took me years. And it took more microaggressions. And it took more situations. I've got so many stories, guys, as I'm sure all of you do, of being disrespected, of someone threatening your career based on some BS, on running into racist people who woke up on the wrong side of the bed and picked you to screw with that day. I've got hundreds of them. I know you do as well. So join me on this journey of Next Chapter Forward. Guys, look out for one another. Be careful moving around. Iran is going to respond. Don't get it twisted. Do not listen to the media. Do not listen to the legacy media. They are lying. Iran is number 3 in the world in missile capacity, behind Russia and the United States. Iran is not to be messed with. So guys, the fact that now we're bombing Iran, be careful about your movements this summer. You might want to take a second thought about that summer trip or whatever you were planning to do. Just be careful, because things are about to shift. They're going to shift. And the fact that most Americans are going about their day, oh, that's just over there, and oh, I can watch the news and I can get back to my life. No. The reason we're able to do that is because we haven't seen the body bags yet. But they're coming. They're coming. And I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. I'm just telling you what's coming. Iran is not going to sit back and not hit U.S. soil. I don't see that not happening. So just be cautious, stay prepared, and again, let's pour into this community so that we can support one another in helping each black man, whether they're single or whether they have a family or whether they just have a spouse or girlfriend or whatever. Let's help each black man in their own particular situation get to where they want to be so they can live their most authentic lives. Guys, I'm living my most authentic life. I smile every day, most of the day. I am dark and pretty because I'm getting all this sun. I'm eating this good food. I don't get the itis. I sat there and crushed yesterday at a meal and thought I was going to get the itis. You don't get the itis because the food is better. Okay? All right. And look, take care of yourself. Be careful on how you move. Watch how you move. All right, and let's pour into this community. All right, guys, until next time, holla, y'all.